Hey there. There once was a small farming village, a community that revolved around its crop. And this year was looking to be a good harvest. Things were green. The crop was tall and plentiful. In the evenings, the village folk would look on their fields after a hard day's work with satisfaction and peace, seeing their future was in good hands. However, one of these evenings, towards the end of the season, things took a turn for the worse. A gallop could be heard all around the town. A massive steed, a wild bronco, appeared in the field, having come from the nearby plains. At first it seemed innocent enough, simply feeding itself on some of the crop. But then, as if in a crazed state, it ran around, trampling everything in its path. Many tried to catch him, but there was little hope. It was too out of their control. Thankfully, it did eventually go away, taking with it a significant portion of the crop the town had worked so hard to cultivate. This continued for several evenings, chipping away at their precious future. However, there was a boy in the village, and this boy had been looking for a way to prove his worth for a while now. So after a few evenings of this wild horse terrorizing the fields, the boy goes out into the field just before dusk, when the horse usually arrives, and awaited its arrival. Sure enough, right on cue, the boy spies the horse. And just like normal, it goes to its normal spot to feed. The boy approaches cautiously, more cautious than anyone had before. And without trying to capture it, lasso it, or have any sort of aggression towards it, the boy simply sneaks by its side and places his hand on its shoulder. Once the horse has finished its feeding, it does not go into its normal crazed state, but rather shakes its mane and trots off into the night. The people from the town that had been watching, the few farmers there to see it, praised the boy to the rest of the village the next day, claiming him as a horse whisperer. So the next night, everybody wants to see their new savior, this boy wonder in action. So now the whole town gathers on the outskirts of the field to see what will take place. Sure enough, the horse shows up yet again, and yet again goes to feed. The boy repeats his actions from the night before, getting close, resting its hand on the shoulder. However, this evening, there is a crowd. And the crowd is impatient. All they see is the boy with the horse and no action. They worry the horse will just go back to its normal rampage, taking with it their crop. So, one by one from the crowd, you start to hear chants of, "Show us your talent. Show us what you can do." The boy, feeling the pressure, shakes the arm of the horse, shakes the leg, trying to get its attention, hoping maybe he can speed things up. No response. He taps under its belly, trying to elicit some expedited process. No response. Finally, out of frustration and growing pressure from the gallery, he shoves the horse as hard as he can, which, to be fair, isn't very hard for a little boy. And the horse raises his head, finished eating. And instead of walking off calmly as it did the night prior, it proceeds to destroy the remaining crop, trotting over every last stalk. If you don't care about what people think, if you don't care about impressing them, and simply about doing good, getting shit done that needs to get done, you'll accomplish much more. You will bear much more fruit from your efforts. Don't waste time trying to impress. Don't waste time trying to gain credit. Instead, gain results. Love y'all. Thank you.